Welcome to my ROCCAT Burst Core review. This is the lowest price version of the ROCCAT Burst range. This one is aimed at the more budget market. Normally budget mice come with budget problems, poor build quality and performance. But is this mouse going to set a new standard that all entry level mice will struggle to match up to? This mouse is 120mm long, 58mm wide and 38mm tall. It weighs a light 68 grams without the cable. And the cable is rubber with a length of 1.8 meters. It has 6 programmable buttons and it's using a Pixar PMW3331 optical sensor. It is also using the same optical switches as some of the higher tier mice from ROCCAT, which lasts for 100 million clicks. Everything across the board is pretty standard. It's got a good shape to it, which is symmetrical. It feels nice for various grip types as it doesn't really push too far into a specific area, so it's comfortable. The coating as well is quite nice, and unlike the pricier Cone Pro Air, it's got a more simpler design with the coating as it doesn't have these weird indents on the side for dirt to gather and build up. You do have this honeycomb dissolving aesthetic on the side, which is pretty much just an interesting visual as it doesn't really change how grippy the mouse is. As mentioned in the specs, the switches on the mouse 1 and 2 are the optical switches, which are designed to be faster and more reliable. There's a nice section on their website that goes into more detail, but basically it works well. I don't have any issues with the switches, the buttons themselves are great and there's no pre or post travel when using them. The side buttons are well placed, with both being triggerable by a roll or a thumb thanks to the large size. The scroll wheel is standard and feels great to use. It also illuminates one or all of the 16.8 million colours available. You do get software with the same features as other ROCCAT mice have. You can change all sorts of things in this old Winamp aesthetic, such as button assignments, lights, polling rates, and you can even have a nice man tell you what DPI you've selected if you get a bit lonely.
3,000, 400, 1,200, 1,000, 3,200 DPI, 800 DPI.
On the bottom side you get some large PTFE mouse feet, so you get a lot of surface area covered. This should help give a nice smooth glide on most surfaces. Right, on to the best part. This mouse is incredibly cheap. With all that information I gave you, have a guess on how much it is. Tell me what your guess was in the comments, go on, do it. I thought it'd be around about $40 or 40 quid, but it's actually around $30 or £25 or 28 euros, which is unbelievable value. From my time of using it, there's only been one problem, which will come later, but some people might already see the issue. The in-game performance has been excellent. I have tried to get this mouse to show some sort of defect or struggle. Often with cheap mice you can make the mouse sensor jitter or malfunction with a combination of fast movements on different surfaces, but here it's been flawless. On my GP4 pad it's been fine, the Elements Ice pad has been fine, and even on my desk. I actually used it on my bare desk, which to me is a sin, just to get it to do something wrong, and it hasn't. The build quality is also great for the cost as well. Everything feels sturdy. I've used mice that cost around double this that are the same weight bracket, but just feel fragile. They feel like they'll just melt in my hand at some point. This doesn't. And also having software with a lot of features is a plus in this regard. They have onboard memory so you can make changes as well and just be done with it is also great. But there is a but. The cable is very rigid. It's really hard to straighten out and I still haven't really been able to. I've left it hanging over the edge of my desk overnight and it straightens for a bit, but it just curls back up again. Sometimes it even touches my hand whilst I play. Now there are solutions to this issue that you can find yourself if you do a bit of a Google search, so it's not a big deal, but one I have tried using is warm to hot water on the offending area and it normally helps you smooth and straighten it out. It is still annoying though, but not everything is perfect, and honestly that's the only downside to this mouse. Like seriously, that's it, that's the only con I could find. I've been trying for days to try and find something wrong with this and it just doesn't expose itself. So overall I'd highly recommend this mouse. For the price it is incredible. If it cost double than what it does now it would still be a really good mouse. And it's baffling to me how impressive this mouse is at this price. I was expecting a mouse much different to this. Maybe it would have a few issues with tracking at certain sensitivities, or maybe the buttons were a bit wobbly, and then I was expecting to say that yeah, this is great for maybe little Timmy's first gaming mouse for Christmas. But honestly, this is just a great mouse in general. If you're someone that's on a budget, or is looking to get this for little Timmy as a gift and they've asked for some incredibly overpriced variant that costs triple and is a bit too much for a 12-year-old, this is honestly a great option. This is a great option for anyone. If they turn around and say, oh it's cheap, it won't be that good, show them this video. I am saying that despite the price of this mouse, it is a really good mouse and it performs to a high level, and I'm a pro gamer, trust me, I give this my seal of approval. Whoever is responsible at ROCCAT for this mouse, make a wireless version, keep it as cheap as possible and you will have a legendary gamer mouse, you're welcome. That's all for this review. Sorry I did get a bit excited for once there, I think I showed an emotion, but that's honestly how great this mouse is. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will hopefully see you in the next one.